Can't have anything else for the rest of the day. One drink, that's it.
Did you try it again?
Double or nothing. It could be 4 in the win. I'll stick with 2.
Certainly was. I saw it's a bit of a strange move, that wasn't it?
Okay, so the second term on 88.9 Win FM, it's the Kangaroos with a 4-point lead. Skipper got hands to it out of the ruck, then tried to pick it up himself. Langwell ghosted onto it. A high ball up towards the wing. In front of our commentary position, Lyons did well to shrug the tackle. Released Linton, pokes inside the 50, beautiful. And Darren Habe duly takes the mark out in front. He'll kick from 45. On about a 45-degree angle as well. Chance to put a stamp on this game at the start of the second.
I think he's got to aim for the left goal post too, Willow. From the seconds are all drifting across, weren't they?
Yep.
Well, he kicked one on the quarter-time buzzer to give the Roos the lead. Can he extend it now? Darren Habe, 45 metres out. It's drifting left this time. And McEnany tried to take the mark on the line, but couldn't keep it in. It's off hands and through for a minor score. 3 goals, 5-23 Sunshine. Hoppers Crossing 3 straight 18. A minute gone in the second.
This is where they suffocate you, Sunshine. They don't allow you to get an easy out on the points.
So Kitchen with the kicking, goes to the outside in the skipper direction, dropped the mark, but they linked by hands, though the Warriors did well there. Kick now in the Poland direction in some space. Handballs over the top to Mead. Does the spin. Now comes back on his right foot. Now dances around a few there. Now little quick kick back to handball back to Muscat. Now the ball goes to half forward in the Cook direction. But Kavanagh's there to save the day there for Sunshine. Handballs back. Now they look to go through Christopher Dooley. Handball to Hutchinson down the centre. Handballs over the top.
Oh.
Now half back. Now they've turned it over, have they? Yes, as well done. There was Olsen there for Hoppers Crossing. The kick goes in the full forward now, but it's McEnany who gathers in the back pocket. Clearing kick. It was a nice one. I think it's Atkins out there.
Yep.
Took the mark one hand. It was a nice one. Right half back.
Quarter time score, boys. Parkside a 4-7-31. Tarnate 1 goal straight.
Atkins goes to switch. Finds Hutchison in space. Now he's got Langwell there in centre wing, takes the mark. And he moves it forward. It stays in there. Lines, marks, plays on, runs past the van now. Runs to 60, goes in board, but it's a poor kick.
Got to move it. They've got to get him
Chopped
on the
off there
rebound.
at half back by Moody, and he goes to switch to the outer side.
So Jordan Moody keeps it inside his defensive 50 with Muscat. Had a few good moments early. Goes short through the middle for Turner. And then in turn for Palmer. And now back out to Moody. Done the full switcheroo. But they're at right half back. And now Olsen. Now he looks to go in the middle. Dangerous looking for Brown. Linton chopped it off, but it fell back in the arms of Cook, who's got some space in the middle. Kicks towards half forward. Kavanagh reached up. Off hands down towards Matty Hutchison, who roved the pack and then gave the hand pass over the top. It ends up back with Kavanagh, who shrugged the tackle. His hand pass was a little astray. It allows Cook to get onto it again. He's got a booming left foot. He floats one from outside the 50. How will it bounce? Oh, it's gone through. That's terrific from Hoppers. They pounced on the error and delivered the goal, and they return to the lead. The Warriors 4 straight 12. Sunshine 3-5-23. 3.5 gone second term.
I just thought he could have done that a minute and a half ago when he was in exactly the same spot, but he just kicked it to Staley. It led right into the dead pocket, really. And, you know, this ground's tricky to play on. When you get it through the middle, you've just got to go long and deep, because if you get caught out in these wings, yeah, another kick and a half, but full credit to him. Then he learnt and dribbled through.
Did, and good work on the line there by Jordan Mead as well, helped shepherd that through. So back in the middle, 4 straight place, a 3-5, 1 point lead to Hoppers Crossing. 4 gone first quarter. Throwing back up, Skipper with the right hand, uncontested, hits it, but it's Langwell that runs onto it for Sunshine. Kicks a high ball in the Smart direction. He's one-on-one with Turner. Turner got to the front, he left it behind. Smart now picks up on his left boot, kicks inside 50 in the Havey direction. Didn't get a real good jump on it. Ball spills to the back. Castellano gathers now on the right boot. Oh, what a smother there by Jordan Moody. Saved the day there. Now got the handball, Moody. And he dives in again though. Descents in there, lays a strong tackle. Umpire's going to come in and ball up. Great passage of play there by Jordan Moody. Saved the goal. Then we're going to ball up. 30 out from the Sunshine goal. Kicking to the tennis court end here in the second quarter. Skipper wins the hit out. Hutchison's got it. Wrapped up in a tackle immediately. Castellano pushed off as he's kicked. And the ball sails out of bounds on the full free kick. We'll go in the left back pocket to Ryan Kitchen for the Warriors. They can just take a couple of deep breaths now, the Warriors. Under the pump a bit there. Kitchen drives it long. Looks in the Rioja direction. Got a good fly. Didn't take the mark though, but the ball spills to Miles. Goes in the Poland direction. No, it's Armstrong Weston at the back there. Couldn't take the mark. Now McEnany, for Jesse McEnany, gave the handball to Atkins. He kicks the high ball to half forward. Descent went back, but it was a mark
no.
in front, was it? No. Oh, Skipper with the mark.
He's robbed it.
Now he gets on the switch though. It's a dangerous kick now. Linton putting Olsen under some pressure. It's 2-on-1 in favour of the Warriors out there. Olsen gathers there, did well there. Feigned the handball on his left boot, kicks the half forward. Great kick. Armstrong Weston takes the mark on his chest. And he's going to go back and have a shot. He's not even bothering to turn around. He's going to back himself in.
Just watching Josh Linton there for a second, boys. He just pulled up a little bit short from that contest. Might be why Olsen sort of galloped away with ease. Then he limped a little bit, so just keep an eye on him.
So Armstrong Weston will have to kick it all of 50 metres. Comes in now. Kicks on its way. A bit of breeze behind him. He's pulled it just slightly across. It sails through for 1 behind. That doubles the Hoppers Crossing lead to 2 points. It's 4-1-25 Hoppers Crossing to 3-5-23 Sunshine. 6.5 gone second quarter.
That's encouraging thing about the Hoppers youngsters, Maccas, isn't it? Their composure's improved during the season.
Yeah.
That's a horrible kick out from the Kangaroos. It lands straight in the arms of Wade Skipper, who juggled it just outside the arc, slightly left of centre half forward. He's probably within range.
Take a big kick, Pep.
Man on the mark is
right on the 50
right
arc.
on the 50. Wouldn't bet against Wade Skipper from here. He's not going to have the set shot. He pokes it into the pocket, looking for Muscat. It clears his head and goes out of bounds.
On the full.
That was 2. So the Kangaroos will take it right full back. They're going to send it down the Morris Street wing to a contest. Brown flew from the front, then tried to get his own crumbs. He did in the end, gave the hand pass up, searching for Palmer, but it was picked up by Christodoulou, who works it forward to the play and then goes to collect it himself. But there's a free kick, a whistle against Ryan Kitchen, going the way of Daniel Castellano, who's been lively early. Centres the ball back towards half back. Chris Atkins. And he goes short for Jesse McEnany, who fills the hole on the edge of the centre square. He can put the Kangaroos inside the 50. He wants to send it up towards Smart. That's a good mark. He wants a little bit more laterally, so Smart's still a long way from home. He sets it to the hot spot. Up they come, coming up to meet it there brilliantly. This is Jake Allen. He gathered it to perfection. Has to sweep the hand pass back all the way. And now Kavanagh. Beautiful kick for Langwell. Perfectly executed by Liam Kavanagh. And Langwell takes the mark in front of Reece Miles, who will man the mark just inside the 50. And Langwell pokes it short and gains a little bit of territory for Ben Christodoulou. He'll only be kicking from maybe 5 metres closer. The angle's a little easier. It's a patient build-up. He's going to set himself here. Christodoulou gets to 49, hoists it high. It's a good-looking kick. Has it got the legs? It's just missed to the right. Minus score. They close within a point again. 3-6-24 Sunshine Hoppers. 4-1-25. 9 gone second term. Again, they go out the Morris Street side. It was off hands. Spills to the front. Matt Ryan gets onto him. Slung as he kicked. High ball towards the wing. Cook was the target. He has to get on his bike out in front of McGee. McGee did well, but then they've come up with it here. Hoppers crossing, a sweeping hand pass, releases Brown. He can go through the middle. He sets a high ball. They've got to go here. Staley set himself well and took the mark. They got runners forward to the play. Kick up towards half forward. That's good work here. The hand pass releases Dibb, who pokes it poorly inside 50, and Langwell chops it off in front of Riosa, and he can set the Kangaroos back out of defence again, looking for Abu Eid, and Dibb makes up for his error somewhat and fists it out of play. It'll be thrown in front of the Hoppers interchange gates.
So 10 gone, second quarter. Umpire throws it back in. McEnany in front, wins it down. Barbieri would have been held. Umpire said play on though. Still plenty of ball. Linton picks it up. He's dragged to the ground, ball up centre wing.
Just lifted the work rate. Hoppers crossing it at the moment around the stoppages.
4-1, plays 3-6. Hoppers by a point from the restart. Christodoulou did well there, shrugged a couple of tackles on his left side. Goes to half forward looking for a mark. Viola does the spoiling. Allen almost grabbed onto it. Now can he pick it up? No, he's forced off the ball well there by Kitchen. Handball by Viola towards the boundary line. It was really towards Matty Smith, sort of. But it really, boundary line was his best friend there, and it's gone out of bounds.
How good was Christodoulou's clearance before?
It's brilliant stuff there. Umpire throws it in. McEnany just, I reckon, descent couldn't grab onto it. Christodoulou belts it, but straight to Kitchen. Will try to shrug the tackle, got a hand by the way to Dibb. There's a quick kick out of defence. Oh, drag to the ground, should be a free kick. I think they got that one right there to... Is that McEnany? Oh, it's Hutchison, that is. Was that the right call, Smackers?
Well, they're both holding each other.
Yeah, sort of. So Hutchison now goes inside 50. Lace out, beautiful pass. Hits Ben McEnany on the chest, and he'll have a shot from about 40 directly in front.
I was just about to say, Willow, he made the move forward. Jackson Viola's gone back now, so both coaches are swinging the changes so they can try and get the right matchups that they want.
So Ben McEnany for his first. He's got a point already this afternoon. Comes in, kicks on its way. Pushed it slightly right. No, he's stuck at home. Goal to Ben McEnany. Sunshine take the lead by 5 points. 4-6-30 to 4-1-25. 12 gone, second quarter.
It was just a nice slow build-up, wasn't it? They held the ball up and Lachlan Hutchinson, he's really started this game on fire across that half back line. He's probably had over 10 possessions already and numerous marks. He's one that we've got to really close the gap on him.
So back in the middle, 5-point lead to the Kangaroos. Rucks had a share of it. Christodoulou picked it up, shrugged the tackle, got away again, released the footy, and the Kangaroos through midfield, up towards McEnany on the lead again. He wants to wheel and go. He pokes it into the pocket for Havey, who dropped it right at the crucial moment. It's not going to come out of the congestion, though. The umpire will ball it up 25 metres out from goal in the left forward pocket.
No, he should have held that.
I think he thought he might have had it.
Perfect delivery.
At the stoppage, bounced boundary side. Here comes Smart, and he was caught. He tried to get away. And there's a bit of hoopla as well between Descent and Moody on the boundary line. They're all going to get involved, but the umpire's going to throw it in and let them play, and now they've paid a free kick. And who's it going to?
Descent.
To Ben Descent. Sucked in, you could say. This is a big moment in this game if Ben Descent can thread this through. It's a difficult kick from the left forward pocket.
How the hell can an umpire pay that when both of them have got each other by the jumpers?
It's a good point. We haven't seen many kick from here. It would mean a lot. Ben Descent tied up against the boundary, 40 metres out.
That's
Beautiful kick. Never going anywhere else. And he puts Sunshine 11 points clear. Close to halfway through the second term. 5-6-36 Sunshine. Hoppers Crossing 4-1-25.
It's all starting to cross that half back line, Pep. We just touched on it then. Lockie Hutchinson, beautiful kick. Found his teammate running through the middle who'd hit Havey. He should have taken the mark, but it's a half forward line that of Hoppers Crossing at the moment. They've got to give them a spark across there.
So back in the middle, Sunshine with the last two, 11-point lead. It's 5-6, plays 4-1. Thrown up. Matt Maloney won the hit out there. Got it to Hutchison, then to Atkins on his left foot. To high ball to half forward. McEnany's going to have to fly. Spoiled there by Ferraro. Did well now. Got it to Palmer. Now to Moody. Gets a little handball away. It's going to put his teammate under pressure. Castellano's in there. Coming through now. It's picked up by Smart on his right boot. Kicks one to full forward. Bouncing ball to high one. Viola and Havey having a wrestle there. Now Descent tries to run on it. Got his handball away to Ben McEnany. Did well. Shrugged the tackle. Ben's one around the body. Not enough though, one behind. Margin and even 2 goals, 5-7-37 Sunshine. Lead Hoppers Crossing 4-1-25.
Yeah, just their pressure at the moment. Some Hoppers boys can't handle it at the moment.
They're lifting in every facet. That's a dangerous ball from Kitchen, but it finds Mead, who's gone a little cold as well, it must be said.
Sunshine at their best, just holding them all up now.
Tries to centre a ball for Brown.
And they're out over here now.
And now out wide for Olsen. He can give the hand pass quickly to Turner. He didn't. He's feigned the hand pass. Got around Descent. Kicked for Miles. Got over his head. Picked up by Poland. Runs to 50 and hooks the kick. And Kavanagh takes the mark about 5 metres from the defensive goal line. And he can put them out. And this might be an absolute replica down the Morris Street wing. Atkins kicks through the middle of the ground for Maloney. Turns around quickly. Kicks to full forward. Oh, great mark by
Allen.
Yeah, Jake Allen. And he centres it up for Christodoulou, who thought about playing on and kicking the goal, but he'll have the set shot. It's a bit of slingshot footy at the moment, and it will be Sunshine to take the set shot.
It's all Sunshine's way. They've got the game on their terms at the moment.
If they can take their chances, they're going to give themselves plenty if they keep playing like this. Christodoulou has got it. They're out by 3 goals, Sunshine. They've kicked 5 of the last 6. And at the 17-minute mark, they're 6-7-43. Hoppers Crossing a 4-1 1:25.
Yeah, just the midfield pressure of Hoppers Crossing when they do venture forward creates that turnover, and then Kavanagh and that just pick it off, and then they switch out that Morris side, and away they go. It's quicker ball moving into their forward line. It gives their forwards better opportunity to get one-on-ones, which they are doing well now.
So Maloney won the clearance, and the hitter goes inside 50. Ball spills to the back. Ben Hackley's going to run onto it, or can he pick it up, or soccer it? He didn't either.
No.
I don't know what it is, but we wait for the umpire. It's a goal.
Jesus.
Who do we give it to, boys?
McEnany, I think.
I don't
He got something to it. He touched it in some way, shape or form. We think it was his boot somehow close to the goal
Either
line.
way, it's a goal to Sunshine.
Well, I'm giving it to Ben McEnany.
We'll give it to
That's
Ben
where it's
McEnany.
going for me.
They lead.
Sunshine supporters don't care who we give it to.
No,
It's
no.
on the board.
They do not care at all.
24 points to margin. Wow, it's been a fantastic last 5 minutes by the Kangaroos.
Well, there's still plenty of time left until the main break. Hoppers Crossing have got to do something quickly, and it might come through Skipper, who won the tap, then roved it himself, then gave it to Ryan, who dodges and weaves his way around a few Kangaroos, kicks a high ball to half forward. Staley flies, well done by Maloney, roved the pack, and they send it out again, this time down the bayside wing for Lions. Pokes a kick short. Nicely done, McEnany. They've drawn a couple of players. Gets around one, was caught though. Kicks to full forward. Jesse McEnany spills towards the pack. Socket off the ground, straight towards Jake Allen, who misses.
Missed badly too.
Oh, they're hanging by a thread at the moment, Hoppers Crossing. They're down by 25.
Yeah, just a bad mistake by Brent Turner there. Just kicked it off the ground instead of bending over and picking it up. Really cost him another goal.
So Sunshine, they've doubled Hoppers Crossing.
Gee, Steve Critiak would have hated that bit of play.
Oh.
That is defenders not to do number 101, isn't it?
Kitchen drives it in the skipper direction, but Langwell floats from the side. Kavanagh did well to occupy Wade Skipper, didn't allow him to jump
Skip's
at it.
not right.
Now Langwell goes into the pocket, he's got a man all on his own.
They're in
Skipper's
disarray
going-
at the moment.
Skipper's going to the bench. He's not right
Linton.
since that knock on the wing.
Linton took the mark uncontested and it's played on, missed the lot.
They
On the
have
full free kick in the back pocket of the right Kitchen.
They have got Hoppers Crossing rattled here. They don't know who to pick up. There's loose men everywhere. Every time Kitchen gets it, he kicks it long down the line. It's playing right into Sunshine's
And
hands.
there he goes again, long down the line. Kavanagh in front, couldn't get his hands to it. McEnany may have given away the free kick. Umpire said play on, ball spills to the pack. Cook tries to run onto it, he gathers now. Handballs over the top, they paddle it around there. They did well there. Bentley's got it now. He's under a lot of pressure now. It's a hot footy now. Who can gather possession? A lot of plays around the ball. The umpire still says play on. He's put the whistle to his mouth a couple of times now. Finally, I think the third time comes in and says, boys, I'll have it.
They can smell blood here, Sunshine.
So we're going to ball up on centre wing, Morris Street wing, in front of the fire truck.
It's a boxer on the ropes, isn't it?
Yep.
So from the restart, Palmer in a little bit of space. Tackled as he kicked though, got a good purchase on it when the Cook direction's got a hand up to it. Couldn't quite drag it in there. Now storming out of defence now, Abu Eid now drives it long to half forward. Too long for Castellano. McEnany's there though. And he sees the ball out of bounds when they get a throw in about 60 round from the Kangaroos goal on the outer side.
It's just a half forward line of Hoppers Crossing at the moment. They've got some issues there. Ferrari's gone forward now.
At the throw in, Staley won it down, but it was sharked by the Kangaroos. Kick releases, Matt Hutchison tried to get a hand pass away, socket off the ground. Allen got hands to it, slung to ground. Jesse McEnany, his kick was partially smothered. Spills out to the side in the right forward pocket. A big clash of bodies by Langwell. Knocked his opposing ruckman off the footy. And then a great tackle by Jake Allen, and he wins a free kick for it. They're doing everything right at the moment, Sunshine. The only query is whether they can put Hoppers away. That's a poor kick inside 50 though. Matt Ryan, in the perfect spot, takes the mark. And that's a risky little ball. He puts it out in front of Moody, who did well to get hands to it in the end. He had two Kangaroos for company, and they fist it out of play. They'll throw it in 45 metres out from goal in the left forward pocket. Margin 25. McEnany wins it down. Langwell lays a strong tackle on Olsen. McEnany goes in again. He's given away the free. Held on to him for a bit too long, did Langwell.
Staley in the ruck now.
Certainly some question marks over the fitness of Wade Skipper. A long ball by Olsen down the wing, up they fly. First was Ferrari, comes down to the back and they work it via hand. It ends up with Abuid, chisels the ball up to Smart, who marks it half forward, hoists the ball. One out is Viola. McEnany's got a run at it. He almost took the mark. Castellano's there. You wouldn't bet against him from here. He shrugs the tackle, gives it over the top. Great stuff by Kitchen. Castellano goes in again. It comes out to the side. Hand pass. And they've done well here. Hoppers crossing on. Turner left it behind. Has to give it to Kitchen. Close to the boundary line. Does so. Now Moody. And now through half back. They're going to get it back. Clever by Kitchen. Runs into trouble. Descent lays the tackle. Musket up with it for the Hoppers crossing Warriors. Takes a bounce on the Morris Street wing. Kicks it up in the Riosa direction. He's got Kavanagh covered. Almost took the mark, but gathered his crumbs. Gives to Matt Smith. 40 out. Pokes it into the pocket. And finds a spare player. And now Ashland Brown enters the fray and takes it 40 out directly in front. They made tough work of it, Hoppers crossing, but they kept moving it forward. And now they'll have a meaningful set shot at goal, which Ashland Brown must convert.
Wade Skipper's on the sideline, boys. Just stand on in the dugout. He looks all right, but just think that that knock you mentioned earlier, Pep, that he got on the wing in the first quarter, I think that might have taken a bit of the wind out of his sails.
He's come back on now, Kev.
Ashland Brown, normally a pretty good kick, has to have this one and misses. Just faded at the last moment across the face. It's an even 4 goals, 7-8-50 to 4-2-26.
Sort of feels like more than 4 goals, to be honest.
Oh, dangerous ball. It's going to be a free kick though to the Kangaroos. Abuid has it at fullback.
So Abuid with the free kick, drives it to centre wing. Good mark by Kavanagh. Goes into the middle, had Allen all on his own. Luckily, it's a poor kick. We had plenty of time. Handballs back to Hutchison. Has a look around now. Kicks in the Castellano direction. Got his hands to it. Now ball spills to Moody's. Tried to spin out of trouble. Got the handball away. Smart comes in, lays a tackle. Still plenty of players around the ball. Olsen now bumped off it. Ball still under pressure there. Now that they gather, do the Kangaroos. They handball inside 50 to Langwell. Turns back on his right boot. Sends a high ball centering kick to Allen. Marks it uncontested. Will go back and kick from 45 directly in front. We played nearly 25 minutes of the second quarter. This to take the margin to 5 goals. So he's had a couple of opportunities already today, Jake Allen. Hasn't kicked a goal yet though, just the one behind.
They're just physically intimidated, Hoppers.
Yeah, they just haven't handled their pressure.
No.
Their tackling pressure.
And as the boys called coming through the middle there, hardly any pressure at all on the Sunshine players.
So Jakey Allen kicks on its way. Looks pretty good. They love it, the Sunshine fans. It's another goal. Takes the margin to 30 points, 8-8-56. Sunshine to 4-2-26. Hoppers crossing 25.5 goal in second quarter.
Yeah, they're just quicker ball movement, they're tackling pressure, they're working for each other. They've always got someone to run beside to support them, and it just comes down to will at the moment. They're just willing themselves to every contest, and this is the Sunshine we've seen throughout the year, Pep.
Halfway through the opening term, it was 3 straight to 1-1 in Hoppers Crossing's favour. They've kicked 7 of the last 8, the Kangaroos, and they don't look like stopping anytime soon. They win the clearance. Mooney did well off half back, but he was wrapped up on the edge of the centre square. It'll be balled up. 26 gone in the second term. Skipper knocked out of the way by McEnany, who won it down. Lyons tried to get onto it. Matt Ryan wrenched it out, hooked a kick out further up the field for Hoppers Crossing. There's a whistle on the play. It will be a free kick to Jordan Cook.
Holding.
Kicks into the pocket, sets it up. Wasn't a great ball for his intended target there. Spoiled away. Here's Poland, throws it onto the boot, trying to conjure something. He hit the fat part of the footy and it went across the face of goal and trundled out of play. And that's where it will be thrown back in.
Around the grounds, boys. Parkside 6-8-44, Tane 2-1-13.
Bad.
the throw-in, Skipper caught behind, nudged out of the way, won it down. Numbers with Kangaroos, though, at the coalface, but they can't clear it out of the stoppage. The umpire lets them play, though, and now Atkins emerges with it. Tackled by a couple, gives it to Abu Eid, and now the kick finally comes clear. Linton, just a bit hot for him. Moody collects, under pressure, high ball. That's going out on the full. And a free kick to Lions.
Did we get a smile from Smackers at that last around the grounds?
Oh, they're home. Have a look at the scoring shots they've had.
Little ball towards McEnany, wasn't the best, was forced to pick it up and then go backwards. Kick up into the middle, Christodoulou made to work for it, he's been paid the mark. And now called to play on, he gives it up the ground for Descent, who runs into a bit of trouble. Had the presence of mind to give the hand pass out to the side, and now they're free again, inside 50. McEnany fell over, Maloney took the mark instead. Declan Maloney. Wide out at right half forward, tries to centre it back up for Christodoulou. He slipped over at the crucial moment, and there is the siren, which is very faint, and I didn't hear it, but it was a dominant second term by Sunshine. They were terrific. They kicked 5 goals to 1, and they lead by 30 points at the main break. The Kangaroos 8-8-56 against the Warriors 4-26. Goal scorers.
We're underway now in the second half. Lions for Sunshine just kicks off the ground, went to Descent direction. Lions try to follow it up though. Now the ball's with Allen at half forward, and we're going to go ball up.
Nice of the sun to come back out as well, isn't it? Great.
So by 3 starts it. Armstrong Weston did well, got it down to Palmer. Quick kick, those hurried or dropped mark there, but he's done well though as McGee for Sunshine. His kick wasn't great either, but still loose ball now, bouncing ball. Or high tackle, free kick will go the way of the Kangaroos. To Castellano. Too far out to score, moves it on quickly, kicks inside, attacking 50, looking for a mark. McEnany flew, got hands to it. Now it's picked up by Linton. Handball's back to Atkins. He's under the pump, got the handball away. Now they're back towards defence, attacking 50. Now Hutchison wrapped up in a tackle, did the 360.
Now they've got to move it.
Play on now it's advantage. Comes through Kitchen. Now the ball's with Ryan. Now he goes out to the outer side, bouncing ball for Turner. He was a shocker, ends up in the hands of the centre. He goes a short ball in the Atkins direction, spills over the top. Handball's now into some space. They're looking for Linton. The ball goes out of bounds. We're going to throw in about 55 round for the Kangaroos goal with the throw up on the Morris Street wing.
Even that play then, Kev, it was just one too many handballs.
Yep.
You just got to get one handball and get it going forward.
Oh, the bounce though was horrible. So unlucky on the outer side. Sometimes it's just not your day. Christodoulou, hand pass defensive side of the pack for Descent, who got caught, lost the ball, but then got it back and got caught again. Driven into the turf, and he threw it away. It'll be a free kick to Hoppers Crossing at right half back.
Tackling pressure's gone up a bit from Hoppers. It needed to.
Now he's got 3 tools down the line. You've got to use them.
Signalling for the switch, but no, they do go down the line. In the end, it was poked short, just into Jesse McEnany, and now Hutchison, didn't go to him. Lions chopped it off, and now it comes to Kavanagh streaming through, kicks to half forward, beautiful pass. Ben Descent jumps up and clasps it nicely, and he'll have a shot from about 50. No, he signalled he wanted to play on there or pass it off. The option didn't present itself, so he'll have to go back and have a go himself.
That tiny weeny Zephyr you talked about, Pepe, is just behind his right shoulder.
That was Willow Zephyr. Don't steal his thunder. Descent from centre half forward. Wobbles the kick into the pocket. Is it out on the full? It is. No, it'll be thrown in. It must have bounced on the line. So still a chance for Sunshine. First goal in this second half, so crucial. At the throw in, McEnany caught behind, wins it down. Clearance comes the way of Hoppers Crossing. McGee tried to trap the bounce of the footy, should have just picked it up. Ryan releases Viola, turns on a dime. He's got Poland running back to goal. Back with the line. He spilt the mark he should have taken. He must have heard the voice. He went and roved it himself anyway. Got the hand pass back looking for Ryan. They all collide. Hutchison and Viola run into each other, and Poland's still waiting for the ball to come his way. and the umpire eventually calls for it. That was a golden opportunity.
Yeah, they're the
Adam
chances
Poland.
they've got to take.
So from the restart now, McEnany wins it down against Skipper. Descent, jumped, grabbed it, and handballed at the same time. Got it to Atkins. Now clearing kick goes towards the wing to Smart. Fumbled it, but then gathered it. Handballs out wide. They've done well here, the Kangaroos. Now the kick goes down the wing, but Olsen did well for the Warriors. Chopped it off centre wing. Morris Street wing. Goes back to Palmer. Wasn't a great kick. Put him under a lot of pressure. Castellano with the tackle though. Still a hot ball. Musket got the handball to Olsen. He's still under pressure. Now can they gather and get some time and space? Well, they can't though. Chopped off though. Linton got in front of Kitchen. Now the kick to full forward. And Habe takes the mark. It's pretty close to the right behind post.
Have they moved the goal posts here?
From where?
At half time.
Yeah, but why is Hoppers Crossing? Yeah.
Do you reckon they put the
There we go.
goalpost down near the bench?
Yeah.
Smackers.
Oh, why do you go sideways?
Oh, I've got no
Special
idea.
comments there, Smackers turner there. So Habe from the pocket went the banana, didn't bend it back enough, across the face, one behind. So 31 points the margin in favour of Sunshine, 8-9-57 to 4-2, 26-5 gone third quarter.
I'm sure the instructions were, switch and look for the man and the runner and all that.
You don't switch to a 50-50.
Correct.
Well, it hung in the air too long, and now Kitchen's going to do what he did all second term and kick it out the broadcast wing, and it's going to come right back.
There
Hutchison
he is.
worked the 1-2, got it back. Low ball from outside 50, didn't work back enough. Misses to the right-hand side. They haven't learnt, Smackers.
No.
Haven't been listening to you. Sunshine by 32.
It's going to happen again. Deer Park last week in this situation went short down the corridor that many times and cut them to pieces. You'd reckon they would have learnt.
So they've done it again. And onto it first is Langwell. Tailor-made for finals. This man hoists it up towards full forward. Kitchen sets himself, glides across the front of the pack and takes the mark. And goes out the other wing this time in search of Skipper, but Kavanagh's got the speed to get around him, picks it up and does so, shrugs the tackle, pokes the ball up towards half forward for Descent. They're moving it quickly, running in waves. That's a poor kick. Armstrong Weston probably could have taken the mark. Instead he fisted it forward. Matt Ryan receives the hand pass. His kick wasn't great. Dib almost brought down the mark one-handed. Lockie Hutchison under pressure was caught then by Dib, and the umpire blows his whistle and calls for it. It'll be balled up right next to the centre circles.
The blood rule.
That's a good thing for Sunshine. Hoppers are feeling pressure that isn't even there now.
Yeah, it's come through. Their first half was outstanding. It's just perceived pressure now. But even that then with Dibby could have gone two hands there, Kev.
Alright, so blood rule thrown back up now. Armstrong Weston won it down. No clearance though yet. No free kick, Pepe. So you put your hands up. That's coming away of Hoppers. Musket got it in the Dib direction. Took a mark
He's
on
going
his
to turn
chest.
and go like Sunshine do.
So Dib now moves it, kicks to the hot spot, looking for Staley or Viola. Staley got his hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Ball spills to ground. They turn it with a great tackle though. Oh, Kavanagh gave it up to Cook. Now on the left boot, kicks to the skipper direction. 1-2, couldn't grab it. The Mead tried to get it, but he was well tackled there by Hilton, and it's been rushed through for a behind. The margin back to 31 points. Sunshine 8-10-58 lead. Hoppers Crossing 4-3-27. It's 7.5 gone.
It is labour intensive at the moment for Hoppers Crossing. They just can't quite hit the scoreboard. Straight down the guts go the Kangaroos out of defence. It was marked by Lyons. He sends it up to half forward, and it's taken by McGee, who just disposes of his opponent. Kicks into the forward pocket. Oh, Castellano, genius! Turns on a dime and misses to the left and almost takes out the goal umpire in the process. In fact, it is out on the full. No, it's a behind.
On the full.
No, it is out on the full. Goodness gracious. Ryan Kitchen sends it out the Morris Street side. At the back was Riosa. He was able to take the mark. Just defensive side of centre wing. Sunshine by 31 points. Ashlyn Brown enters the fray in the middle of the ground, takes the mark. In front of Christodoulou, he switches it for Kitchen, who sweeps the hand pass backwards for Moody. And he pokes it short up the line for Olsen. And Olsen short. Landed at the bootlaces of Armstrong Weston, who picked it up. Dished the hand pass back to Olsen. Corralled up against the boundary line. Disposed of, but he's still got his kick away. Kick up in the direction there. Viola couldn't quite bring down the mark. Jesse McEnany scooped it surely. Yes, the umpire called that one. That was a good call from the man in green. Playing on there is Dib, and he kicks to a man free at full forward.
Brown.
And Ashland Brown has it.
Smackers, the only thing that I'd be concerned if I was critical, they've improved their input and they're having a crack, but they're not creating an overlap at all.
No, and the other problem is they haven't hit the scoreboard, Kev. They haven't been rewarded.
Well, that'll be the other one.
He's really got to nail this.
Ashland Brown to give Hoppers some hope. He does. Right through the middle, Ashland Brown, his first. And it's back to 25 points. 8-10-58 to 5-3-33. 9.5 gone in the third term.
I think you're right, Kev. If they can just hang around and be a nuisance and just peg one or two back and be around 2.5, 3 goals at three-quarter time, then it all gets back to the mental game of it, doesn't it?
That's why I didn't want to pick anyone half time.
You can't sit on the fence, bud, Pep.
So we're back
Splinters, you're right there, Splinters.
McEnany won it down with the left hand. Alice picks up for Sunshine, got the handball away to Hutchinson, then over to Chris Dooley to kick to half forward. The mark was taken. Free kick.
Don't need an easy goal.
And that's gone either way. It's with Habe now. Habe goes to the pass in the pocket, and the lines direct and cop the shocking bounce. Now can Hoppers score yet again? They go short. Armstrong Weston marks left half back. There he goes to the switch, and it's a big switch to the outside. It's a high ball. It's a dangerous kick, 2-on-1 in favour of Sunshine out there. Turner under a lot of pressure though. He's done well. If they can get a stoppage out of this, somehow Smart picked it up on the right boot, hacks one forward, inside 50. The Warriors defenders couldn't take the mark. Brown's in there trying to help out the last goal scorer. Rioza finally picks up, got a little handball away. Habe got a handball away to Ben McEnany. Oh, too much on it. It's gone through for a rush behind. So 26 points the margin in favour of Sunshine. 8-11-59 to 5-3-33 Hoppers Crossing.
So out of defence, Ashland Brown finds Jordan Moody in the left back pocket. Works it up quickly for Skipper, who just took the mark. Jesse McEnany just misread the ball in flight. He's got it on centre wing, does Skipper. And he kicked it straight into McEnany. Ricochets off his hands and out of play. And he'll come to the bench for a rest. The Sunshine Ruckman, replaced by Declan Maloney, the inclusion, who missed last week. Sorely missed against Deer Park. At the throw-in, Maloney grapples with Skipper. They both went to ground. Maloney comes up with it. Off to Alice, kicks a quick ball inside the 50. Front and centre is Castellano. Can he pick it up? He does. He turns around, gives it to Alice, who's caught. He got rid of the football in time, said the umpire. Oh, Turner was upended now. Smart was legged, and he's going to get the free kick for it. And he's inside the 50 as well. So he might have a chance from here. Lockie Smart. Angled to the left. He'll have to kick it about 50 metres or so to carry the journey. And for all Hoppers Crossing's effort, they're only within 26 points. This would hurt at the 12-minute mark. Lockie Smart kicks really well. He laid into that one, did Lockie Smart. And he resets things at 32 points. His first goal of the afternoon. Sunshine just keep that distance from Hoppers for now. 9-11-65 the Kangaroos. The Warriors 5-3-33 at the 13th minute of the third term.
Yeah, how costly was Wade Skipper kicking into the man on the mark then, and just created a stoppage on the wing, and they play full credit. But they've set up their forward line, Hoppers, with the three talls, and they're still not prepared to use them with a long kick down the line. At least they're providing a target, but you've got to be prepared to back your teammate in.
So 13 gone. Set third quarter, 32 points the lead to Sunshine. Umpire throws it back up. Skipper won it down in the kitchen direction. He's tackled immediately. by Maloney, and the umpire's going to come and ball up. So just forward to centre for the Kangaroos. 32 points there up by. Winner to face Deer Park in next week's grand final at Whitten Oval from the restart. Bit of volleyball action going on. The ball goes inside, attacking 50 for Sunshine. The ball's paddled out though, still a loose ball, plenty of players around it. Now coming out of defence, almost were the Warriors, and might come back though. Now running onto Miles though, might have given it a free kick by up. I said play on. Hutchinson tried to pick it up, had 3 cracks at it, couldn't pick it. Now the ball with Moody for the Warriors, kicks a high ball, 1-on-1 Kavanagh in front, did well against Staley, belted it forward, Descent tried to run onto it, couldn't. Now can the Warriors gather? They do now. Kick to the Viola direction at half forward, used his body as well, got rid of his opponent. He's got Armstrong Weston over the top handball. She gave it back to Viola, had to wait for the bounce, then a quick snap around the body. It's back-to-back goal, sorry. It's another goal there, the Hoppers Crossing their second of this third quarter, bring the margin back to 26 points. It's 9-11-65 Sunshine to 6-3-39 Hoppers Crossing. Nearly 15 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Yeah, well played. Mitch Palmer put his body on the line in that 50-50 contest through the midfield then. And it's not rocket science, Pep. What did he do? He put it on his boot. He got it moving forward 40 metres. He left Jackson Viola one out with his opponent. And, geez, he created that option really well and set himself up. He's given something, Jackson.
The Hoppers Crossing keeping themselves in touch for now. Skipper wins it down. Langwell ghosts onto it, left it behind. Skipper goes in again. Palmer lays the tackle, comes out to Descent. Flicks a hand pass forward. Oh, Maloney, brilliant pickup. Kicks inside the 50. Too much for Lions. Had to jump up. Off hands, out of play. It'll be thrown in 30 metres out from goal.
As that Parkside song go, Smackers, because they're leading 8-12-60 to Tarnate's 2-1-13.
Good old Collingwood forever, Kev.
Once a Parksider, always a Parksider.
Yeah.
Getty.
Skipper wins it down. Castellano roved it, gave it off to Atkins, throws it onto the boot, sends it up to full forward. And in the hole there was Joel Bentley. Takes the mark at the tip of his defensive goal square. Sends it out in the direction of Ferrari, who had a couple for company. Couldn't complete the mark. Off hands, out of play. A couple of dark clouds loitering in the area as well. We know what that can mean as well in these parts.
Tell you, that breeze has got cool again too.
Yep.
Just coming off the water crisply.
At the throw-in, right half forward for the Kangaroos. Roving the pack was Kitchen. Grubbers the ball up in the Ryan direction. He was closely checked there. Kitchen had a chance again. A clever ball over the top. Here's Viola's entered the fray again. He wasn't able to play on, tried to get around Lyons. Kicks up in the Armstrong Western direction, who led Abu Eid to the ball. Takes the mark. He's got players running back. Staley, Palmer, Poland's there as well, and Viola comes in again. Here he is, and he's got 2 to beat. Langwell and Kavanagh, he got hands to it. Here's Poland up against the boundary, sweeps the hand pass inboard, and Smith has been brought down. There's a chance here. Langwell's in trouble for the Kangaroos. Meanwhile, Abu Eid kicks it out of defence. It nutmegs Ferrari, comes to Brown, gives it to Miles, now to Moody, through the middle. Hoppers Crossing have to do something now. Oh, Staley almost took the mark. He had to it. Emmons came up with it for the Kangaroos, gives it over the top, and out of defence they come. A good ball for Alice. They can reset here. I'm pretty sure Staley had hands to that first, boys. That's why they didn't pay it. And I reckon Lockie Hutchison's wearing number 38. Probably got blood on his number 6, I think. And now on the wing, it's picked up there for by Riosa for the Hoppers Crossing Warriors. And then a big tackle laid and a push.
It's a few tired boys out there now. This game has gone up a notch.
Has, and it feels like a final now.
Yeah.
Oh, it certainly did the last minute. And a free kick on the Morris Street wing to Hoppers Crossing.
And get this next goal, Hoppers. They're still in with a sniff.
So they're in. 26 points is the margin. Midway, just past midway mark of this third quarter.
Everything about him is more confidence.
Now the ball goes in the Staley direction, didn't get a jump at it. Viola got a hand to it, couldn't. Now handball went in the Brown direction, but that handball was smothered. Now Langwell, good to see he's recovered. Did well there. Kick start. Oh, shocking kick though. It's coming back. Riosa takes the mark.
Yeah.
Still slow ball movement. Plenty of players inside attacking 50 for the Warriors. Besides this, finally, I'm going to kick it in that direction. Viola flies! And takes the mark. Poor defence there by the Kangaroos. There's plenty of players inside defensive 50, and none of them got the spoil. Viola outmarked 2 players and will go back and go for his 3rd goal of the afternoon. 2nd of the quarter, and he'll kick from about 40 directly in front. So what a kick this is for the Warriors. Jackson Viola on his way in, comes in, kicks on its way. He's got it. Warriors within 20 points now. It's game on in the preliminary final. Sunshine 9-11-65, lead Hoppers Crossing 7-3-45, 19 minutes gone, 3rd quarter.
Hasn't he brought him back in the game?
Why was he there in the 2nd quarter?
Yeah, but you'd be pushing everyone up now. He's got the perfect matchup down there. It seems that they're waiting for him. They hold the ball up, they wait for him to get back, but he can't be in 2 spots at once at the moment. They just need another forward now to put their hand up and take a bit of pressure off him.
What I was going to say before, Smackers, was that when they were 32 points up, Sunshine, if they had have got one more, I reckon that would have been breaking point for Hoppers Crossing. But as it is, the Warriors have kicked the last 2, and they have a pep in their step at the moment. About to hit time on in the 3rd term. Up they fly. Both rucks had a share in it. Matt Hutchison's been put into the middle. He and Descent lay the tackle on Staley. And they'll do it again. As the crowds just drops to a murmur. The Kangaroos get the clearance up inside the 50. Dibb was there. Took an uncontested defensive mark. He's going to send it down the bayside wing. He shanked it, and that'll go out of play. There's a horror from Mohammed Dibb. Throw in. Slightly attacking side of the broadcast wing here at Burbank Oval for the Kangaroos. McEnany and Staley. McEnany won it down, Lyons onto it, knocks the ball, allowed Descent to come through and pick it up. And he's been pinged for holding the ball. He was dumped over the boundary line. Maybe a little stiff. Better give it back, that's for sure. He'll give away 50. He does now. And the
skipper down the line, Staley.
Warriors have it. That's where the kick's going to go. Staley's in the best position. McEnany did brilliantly late. Poland gets it though. Kicks into a one-on-one contest inside the 50. Armstrong Weston's there up against Liam Kavanagh. It was a bit of a chaos ball. Neither could get a hand on it. It'll be thrown in.
Lyons back on the ball now. He just had a 5 or 6 minute rest at full forward.
At the throw in, favoured skipper. He flicks it over the back, collected by Poland. Can he keep his feet? Not quite. And he just gives it up straight to Kavanagh, who barges through defensive 50, kicks it up to the wing. Well done by Linton. Controlled the drop, defensive side beautifully, and then kicks into space at right half forward and punched out of bounds there in defence by Bentley in the end.
That'll be a free kick next year.
It probably will be, Kev.
Can't bring another
spot on.
The umpires had to have enough time.
We've seen some definite deliberate out of bounds.
That's the word I'm hearing.
All right, so throw it in. Staley won it down. Lions from the stoppage though. Paul kick inside 50. Easy mark. Taken there in the fence. I think it was Bentley. Goes short to Brown. Still inside the defensive 50. Good kick inboard.
And run.
Really well. Found Moody. True centre half back now. He goes to the Morris Street wing there. Barbary took the mark. Handball
Got him
over
one
to
out.
Cook. Runs to about 60. Now drive ball to the top of the goal square. Viola at the back got a hand up. Couldn't take the mark. The ball's fisted out of bounds by the Kangaroos.
What were we talking about last night on the program about this ground, Smackers?
Yep.
Down the centre corridor.
They just did it then.
So we're going to get a throw in right forward pocket for the Warriors. 15 metres round from the point post. Shallow throw in. Skipper actually got to boot the ball there. Kavanagh's got it now.
Oh, that's stopping the ball.
Wrapped up in a big tackle
That's
by
stopping the ball.
Viola. And somehow the umpire said play on, and a rush behind now for the Warriors. Cuts the margin to 19 points. 9-11-65 Sunshine to 7-4-46 Hoppers Crossing.
Yeah, they might have got away with one there. The Kangaroos, I think. And now Lockie Hutchison out of defence. Kavanagh moves up, takes the mark, not quite takes the mark, but then rove the pack, gives it to Alice. Caught just as he got boot to ball. Wanted to give it up towards Jake Allen. He couldn't get there, nor could Daniel Castellano. It spills out of bounds. 9-11-65 Sunshine, still ahead by 3 and a bit goals. Hoppers Crossing 7-4-46. At the throw-in, both rucks had a piece of it. Spills out to Alice, kicks up towards half forward. Habe controlled it well. Hand pass to Lyons, runs into trouble, caught, got free though. Here comes Lockie Smart, throws it onto the boot. Allen's going to collect in the pocket. What can he do with it? He dribbles the goal. He kicks it when the Kangaroos really needed it. And they're back out by 25.
See Matty Ryan in the middle having a chat to the umpire about that Nathan Lyons decision or non-decision.
Yeah, he tried to. He took
3 of them on.
Yeah, just shoveled it forward, but Dib paid the price there. He attacked the ball, but he just didn't get his full body behind it and allowed Allen to run onto it. Just the steadier they need, Sunshine.
Well, it's a big goal there. Close to three-quarter time, 25 points the margin, 10-11-71 to 7-4-46. Umpire throws it up, Skipper gets it down though, but Lyons gathers for Sunshine, handballs back there to Hutchison in the number 38, goes in the smart direction, takes the mark on his chest in front of Barbieri. There he goes shorter, up the line there, not a great kick. Gave Dib too much of a look there, the ball spills out of bounds, Linton couldn't take the mark. So a throw in at right half forward on the Bayside wing. Sunshine kicking towards the city end. Throwing back in, Skipper and McEnany in the ruck there. Ball goes to Brown, he just belts it forward though. Hutchison got a bad bounce. Ryan tried to run onto it, couldn't gather. Poland now spun out of a little bit of trouble, got a little kick away though. Only chopped off by Atkins, gave it to Hutchison, back to Atkins now. Hemmings runs off half back though, creates the option, but his wobbles one the half forward though. Lyons paddled in front, shows some pace, 2 lines, slipped over, he was running that fast. There's a free kick downfield, I believe. There is. Inside attacking 50 for the Kangaroos. The free kick
is 50 metres off the play.
It's going to Linton. We don't know if it was against Dib, but Dib's the man on the mark, so he would assume so.
Yep.
So Josh Linton has won the free kick. We'll have to kick it about 50 in the right forward pocket. Comes in now, kicks way. Looks pretty good. Doesn't get the distance and a strong defensive mark taken by Riosa on the goal line. Saves the day for the Warriors.
So Riosa, close to his defensive goal, sends a high ball out beyond the defence 50. Staley reaches up from the back, couldn't bring it down.
Oh, they
win the
out.
clearance. They got players everywhere forward of the ball. Poland now to Viola. He's been the one for Hoppers. Can he do it from outside 50? He
Great
checks
kick.
the kick for Mead, who was met front on by Hemmons. Mead collects. Can he dribble the goal? Oh, not quite. And it's gone across the face completely and dribbled out of bounds. So they'll get another chance, Hoppers Crossing. But it looked promising for them.
Great work by Jesse Hemmons there. That looked a certain mark by Jordan Meek.
So hard to do without giving away a free kick as well. Here's Skipper, wins it down nicely to Palmer, barges his way through and misses. It was a half chance.
A couple of goals been kicked in the Divi 3 game, but Parkside well and truly on top. 10-16-76 to 3-2-20.
Take some time off the clock now, Sunshine.
Yeah, 27 and a half gone. They haven't been especially long quarters so far. Kavanagh's there. Ferrari. Langwell goes up, couldn't bring it down. Kavanagh lays the tackle there on Brent Turner. It spills out and now the Kangaroos can slingshot. Maloney kicks up to half forward. Mark was spilt there at the crucial moment by Linton. It still might come to Maloney. He picks it up, runs to forward. He gets caught by Riosa. That could be telling for Hoppers. And he wins the free kick. Maloney was marauding into goal.
Skipper's
That's a dangerous ball. Palmer met solidly by Langwell, but it was illegal, said the umpire. Free kick at half back for Hoppers Crossing.
Skipper still on his own.
He's hurt too a little bit.
Yeah, he's copped some knee into the ribs.
We hope he's okay. Let's hope he's only winded. As horrific a feeling as that is.
It was legal. He was just open, unfortunately. Both arms up in the air, bang, off you go.
Of course, legal, why is it a free kick?
He took the mark too, Pet, I'd say. But it was a bad kick by his teammate.
Did he give it as a free kick or did he pay the mark? I thought he paid the mark.
Oh, if he paid the mark, it's okay
that's
then.
what I thought.
Right.
All the Sunshine people are telling me that, right? They know. I'm walking behind him.
No, I'd say he's got some rib damage there.
Yeah, well, if there is anything more serious than just the wind being taken out of him, make sure they do their due diligence, the trainers and medical staff.
The good news is he's up in terms of it's not a neck or a back issue, which is the thing you probably worry about in those situations. But he's looking pretty sorry. How's the siren go when the time clock's off?
Not sure, Kev. It's a very good question, but at this three-quarter time...
That's a new rule they brought in too.
And Sunshine lead by 24 points at the final change. Hoppers Crossing are going to have to come from behind if they're to try to avenge last year's grand final loss to Deer Park. It's Sunshine 10-11-71, Hoppers Crossing 7-5-47. Goal scorers so far for Sunshine, 2 each to Castellano, McEnany and Allen, singles to Habe, Christodoulou, Descent and Smart.
Bit of chat between the two sides there, boys, but nothing untoward.
And for
the ball into the forward line. So we've got a great forward line down there. Let's get it into them and let them use it. And obviously praised Jackson Viola for the impact he had in that quarter, and Ryan Kitchen as well. So pretty happy with that. Brendan Hallinan basically just said, boys, if you do your job, you get to play in the grand final next week.
Looks like Mitch Palmer's day is done as well for Hoppers Crossing. He's been wandered into down the rooms.
He was in a bit of trouble, boys.
He didn't look too good, so hopefully he's okay. As the final term gets underway, the clearance goes the way of the Kangaroos. They might get it over the back. Castellano knocked it to Smart's advantage, picked up by Kitchen, soccers it out towards half-back. Oh, well done by Ferrari, was caught. Got the hand pass up to Ryan, corralled against the boundary line, sends a high ball down the wing. McEnany should take this. He doesn't, but they had numbers on the floor as well. A quick little ball up towards half-forward, and Ryan comes in and meets it solidly, knocks it out of the hands of Christodoulou and over the boundary line.
It was ribs and sort of a breathing. He's finding it a bit hard to breathe, young Poland, and a fair bit of damage, I think, to his shoulder too.
So from the throw-in at left half forward for the Kangaroos, Miles, haven't actually called his name all too often this afternoon. Matt Hutchison, a high ball inside 50. There's a couple that could set themselves. Smart was there. Oh, they've paid the mark to Turner in the end. Whether he had it for long enough is up for debate, but he'll take it 40 metres out from his defensive goal.
So Turner with the clearing kick and a good strong mark there, taken by Staley. He plays on immediately. Now goes kicking inboard to half forward in the Viola direction. Doesn't quite get there. Ball bounced in front. Ball spills to the back. It's a foot race there. Now Cook running onto it. Can he gather? Goes to the soccer off the ground, but he misses. One behind. First score of that final quarter is a behind to Hoppers Crossing. They now trail by 23 points. 10-11-71 to 7-6-48. We've got 90 seconds on the final quarter.
Pepe, you mentioned Reece Miles. He really does need to give him something in this last quarter.
He's one who can too.
Half-back flank now, Kev.
Yeah, I see that.
Kavanagh marks from the kick in and goes short to McEnany, who dropped what he should have taken. Spills it out to the side. Langwell comes in and was caught high, and they claim the advantage through the middle. Here's Maloney. Didn't take a bounce, but he ran his full measure. Kicks to full forward. Oh, McEnany's was cruel by the bounce. It spills out again. Hemmons to Smart. Throws it onto the boot and bounces it through.
What a goal.
What a wonderful moment for Lockie Smart. His second, 2 critical goals in the second half. And Sunshine start the final term with the first. And they're out by 29 points. 11-11, 77 to 7-6-48. Beautiful stuff.
Runner went straight out to Lockie Langwell on the wing to pat him on the head after that.
Yeah, just a smart, opportunist goal, wasn't it?
So the perfect start for the Kangaroos through Lockie Smart there. Umpire throws it up, no hit out there for either side. Still the ball's inside the centre circle. Spills out the back though. No one able to run onto it just yet. Those the Kangaroos gather. Atkins tackled as he kicked. Gets a little one away to half forward. Lyons did beautifully. Tapped it into the front of Alec. Kenny Galladay fumbled it a couple of times. Got his right boot. It's not preferred though. It's a shocking kick. It's chopped off by Matty Ryan, left half back. And he goes with a low ball. Finds Brown at the tip of the defensive 50. Handballs to Kitchen. Back to Brown. Back to Kitchen. Mucking around with it a bit here. Kitchen finally gets time to straighten up on the right boot. Kicks in the skipper direction. Marks down low. Left half forward for the Warriors on the Morris Street wing. So they need to move it quickly, the Warriors. 3.5 gone, final quarter. They trail by 29 points. He kicks to centre half forward. Langwell got up real early, got the fist away. Now ball spills to Hutchison. Now the Kangaroos go forward as the kick goes to half forward. Castellano went in front, not the marking target you really want though. Ball still loose. Players coming around from everywhere. Umpire comes in, ball's up. Right half forward for the Kangaroos. Morris Street wing side of the ground here at Burbank Oval.
McInerney and Skipper against each other. McInerney won it down. Miles tried to win the clearance. We spoke about him a moment ago, but he lost it and it went inside 50 for the Kangaroos. Turner gets onto the football and clears it, but only as far as Atkins, who marks on the wing, runs into trouble, got rid of it just in time. Now under pressure. Long ball inside 50. Staley in back. Goes up and takes the mark in defence.
He's got Moody on.
And now clears it to Moody. He's asked to move on there by Matt Ryan, who might receive it from
Smith,
Brown,
yeah.
who got it from Moody. And now Ryan has it. He can kick it to Matt Smith on centre wing. He takes the mark, wants to get on his bike, but he was closed down by Christodoulou. Rather, it was Hutchison. And now picking up his Poland. He's been pretty electric today. Kicks inside the 50. It was a good-looking kick. It was glorious. And he's hit Viola on the chest.
That was better ball movement by the Warriors, and they took a risk. I think it was Hayden Maloney nearly intercepted that mark, but that's what they've got to do now, take the game on.
Yeah, it started with two of their better ball users too, didn't it? Ryan and Brown.
Jackson Viola, 40 metres out. Kicks truly. They're hanging around Hoppers Crossing. 23 points down at the 5.5 minute mark of the final term. And he's got 4 goals today, Jackson Viola.
Yeah, all important centre clearance here now. The Warriors have got Muscat in there, Matty Ryan, Ashlyn Brown and Skipper.
So we're back in the middle. 6 minutes gone now, final quarter. Well, there's a bit of a draw there from the hit out, but the ball comes to line, so the Kangaroos kicks to half forward. Staley in front. He's taking the mark. It's a good mark. He's pushed too. It's a bit dangerous play there. Staley doesn't muck around with it. Gets a handball over the top to Barbieri. He's got Ryan out wide in front of the van here at Burbank Oval. Now he kicks a good one. Is that Miles there? Takes that. It's Cook on the wing all by himself. Now he looks to move it quickly. He looked to go inboard, then went the Bayside side and almost put it in the ocean. He missed the targets by that much. So free kick will go the way of this Kangaroos. I think it's Maloney there, drives it to centre wing. Brown flew in from the side, couldn't take the mark. Lyons tried to get a handball away. Boundary line's his friend though, they don't keep it in. Bentley though gets it now for the Warriors, over the top to Cook. Wayhan now goes the kick to half forward in the Ferrari direction, paddles it over the top looking for Muscat. Can't run onto it. Kavanagh just little toe poke forward. Jeez, it's a hot footy out there. Now they link by hand to the Kangaroos, and it's Christodoulou seen over the boundary line. We're going to throw in.
Yeah, just that pressure now, the Warriors around that midfield is they've upped the ante a bit.
7 gone, final quarter, umpire, short throw in. Skipper just gets it down to Cook. He's got a high ball to half forward. They look there to mark. They were shocked off by Kavanagh.
Kavanagh works the switch out the far side, searching for Hemmons, who has to run onto it. It didn't set up for him. Then he had to get around Viola. He did it with ease. And now from right half back, sends a high ball beyond the wing. That might have been a push against... No, not paid against Brent Turner. There's certainly some hand in the back action there. He's taken the mark against Lockie Smart, defensive side of the wing. He signals long, up towards centre half forward. Kavanagh sets himself, couldn't bring it down. Viola threw it onto the boot, went high up and under towards the boundary line. Oh, picked up close to the boundary line. There is Smith. Run
Good
down
tackle.
by Kavanagh, close to the boundary line. And now it spills out to Descent, who can relieve some pressure for the Kangaroos, and he hits Atkins.
Smith saw to get up from that contest.
Atkins has it 40 metres from his defensive goal. He kicks it down the wing.
Oh, good mark.
Oh, that's 50.
Searching for Ben McEnany, and it is 50.
Oh,
Big kick
big
this.
kick. This one now.
Daniel Rosa. Pepe, I think.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Riosa
Oh, it's a
took
big
the mark.
50 too.
It is a,
Oh, that's 70.
so Daniel Riosa.
Williamstown, Smackers, real estate here is very, very expensive.
Well, this
Just chucked about another mil onto that free kick.
Oh, yeah. Big kick
this
this.
could cost so much for Sunshine
Hasn't kicked it yet.
from pretty much point blank.
That's
Riosa guides it home.
Oh, he's just upended the Sunshine boy on the mark.
They're within 3 goals, Hoppers Crossing. And at the very least, they make Sunshine a little bit nervous at the 9-minute mark of the final term. The Kangaroos 11-11, 77. Hoppers Crossing 9-6-60.
He's just run back to the back line. Josh Linton's just met him with a bump, and now they're going to have a bit of a tango here. Look.
So big goal there for Hoppers Crossing through Daniel Riosa. Back-to-back goals.
just let-
Cuts
just
the margin to
using with
23
Staley
points. A little bit of push and shove now. Umpire
He'll play a free kick.
throws it up. Skipper won
Keep
it
it up,
down.
though.
Ryan drove, whistle off the ball somewhere.
Well, it's on the ball, it's not down the back. They haven't played a free kick down there.
Free kick's going to Musket in the centre circles.
That's the last thing Hoppers Crossing want to do, give away a stupid free kick in
Well,
their
they
defensive
give one
50.
away in the first quarter.
Well, they just can't afford to it.
So
They have to
must-
bite their tongue.
Musket's got it.
Get it long and direct.
Goes long and direct. Listens to Smackers. When they take a mark, or good mark, they can, but it was Kavanagh. Reads it so well. Does the Sunshine defender.
He's just got good hands too, hasn't
Oh,
he?
has
He
he?
reads it well, but geez, he's got good hands.
And he goes in the Allen direction. Dangerous ball there. Dib got a hand to it. 2 Warriors out there. They can win it. Now the ball spills out to Ryan. Didn't have it. Could have been a free kick. Umpire said play on. Now
Oh, well done,
down.
Matty
Matty
Ryan.
Ryan did well. Just gets it out. Now just kicks a high ball inside 50. No one can take the mark there. Still a loose ball. Abu got it. Handballs over there. Hemmons. He runs and then handballs to Descent. Still they give it back to Abu. Then the Kavanagh did well there. He runs to centre wing. Has a bounce. Kicks to half forward. Lions jumped slightly too early. Moody does the defending. Castellano with a big tackle there. Now ball spills to
here he is
Descent.
again.
Handballs out wide. Now the Kangaroos go forward. Now the flying shot towards goal is going to miss everything. That's one behind.
That was Liam Kavanagh again and got that short little handball out then.
So Ben McEnany there with the behind. 18 points, even 3 goals the margin now.
Moved it on quickly. Ferrari was the target. Matt Ronaldo did well.
There he
Hand
is.
pass came out. Christodoulou got it from Hutchison, and he delivers the goal. Beautifully executed in the congestion. And that'll help a lot for Sunshine. It's back out to 24 points. 12-12 to 9-6. 12 going to the final term.
Yeah, they just won the crucial contest out in front of us just through hard work, and it just freed Christodoulou when he ran into an open goal, and he had to finish it, and he did. There's some tired boys now,
Finishing's
both
been
sides.
pretty decent. 12-12, you'll take that if you're Sunshine.
So 2 goals to Ben Christodoulou this afternoon. 24 points the margin, 12 minutes gone, final quarter. Umpire throws it back up. No decisive hit out. The ball goes the way of the Kangaroos. They kick a bouncing ball to half forward. Smart trapped it, but went to ground though. South picked up by Descent, did well. Handball back there to Maloney. Ran into a lot of trouble. Was backed up in the tackle by Musket. Umpire says holding the ball. Free kick. Left half back will go the way of the Warriors. Corey Musket. He goes to switch. Staley pushes up from full back. They hang in the air. Lions did really well. Castellano did the crumbing. has some time now. Kicks inside 50. Looking for Allen. There's a free kick off the ball.
Hoppers, I think.
Hoppers.
Yeah, against
Rioza. It's going against McInerney.
Yeah.
So Rioza at fullbacks won the free kick. 13 gone now. Short ball. Miles. Oh, maybe the sun got in his eyes there. Was it Lyons trying to rip it away from him? Barbary came in now. Lyons goes in again. Those met. Tackled there by Miles and Muskets all around the ball. Hot ball. Ball up. 47 out for the Kangaroos goal. Sun Smackers, what do you reckon?
A bit of both, I
Bit of
think.
both.
I reckon a bit of the sun, coupled with the fact he's had a shocker, doesn't help.
So ball up now.
Throw him under the bus, Pep.
Moody got the crumb, got a little kick away, didn't get much distance though. Christodoulou tried the barge through, couldn't tackle.
But you're right. He has had a shocker, and it sort of summed up the day. He saw Nathan Lyons run like buggery to get to that contest, and then the ball comes straight to Reece Miles, who drops it.
So ball up, 49 metres out from the Kangaroos' goal. Well, they wrestle a bit. Abu Weed runs onto it. The defender comes forward, kicks a goal. Bilal Abu Weed with his first goal of the season, and what a time to kick it. That just might be the goal that put Sunshine into the grand final.
Oh, they're home, will they? They've booked their ticket.
Wow, what a moment for the defender.
He's been good today too, up there.
Yeah,
He's done his job.
They've all done their job today.
I reckon Lockie Langwell's job is to yell at the opposition a lot too. I think that's one of his roles. Does he give him some lip? Phew.
They've got to do a bit of that next week.
Yeah, that's right.
They certainly do.
They've got to back it up.
14 and a half gone. It's back out to 5 goals. If Hoppers Crossing could come back from here, it would be nothing short of a miracle. Out of the middle, Miles with his head over the ball. Might be a bit slow to rise as well.
If they come back from here, I'll buy the movie rights.
Rather, it's Jordan Cook, I believe, is a little worse for wear. He gets up and he might be the second Hoppers Crossing player. But the Kangaroos have it down the outer wing. Christodoulou delivers inside the 50. Oh, nicely done, filling the hole.
Yeah, Cook's
Staley.
going off.
Yeah, Cook's limping. Goes short for Ryan. Spreads it out towards the wing in the direction of Skipper, who juggled it and took the mark, got to move it on quickly. Kicked it straight to the man on the mark. It's not the first time that's happened today. McGee mops up, gives it to Christodoulou, gets through the pack, gives the hand pass over the top. It comes now to Hutchison, kicks inside the 50. Poor kick, picked up there by Turner, but there's still a chance for the Kangaroos at the 50. Kitchen gets onto the footy, kicks up towards half forward. Here's Viola. He sets himself, almost took the mark, but then went to ground. Did well to tackle Maloney there in the end, but it gets out into space. Picked up by Atkins, corralled against the boundary line, gives it to Descent, who just disposes of the would-be tackler. Kicks inside 50, Staley intercepts.
He might be doing it, Liam Jones, Staley.
Yeah, I was going to say, but they need him forward, Kev.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
There's 5 goals down.
How good's Matty Ryan been in this last quarter?
Look at this now, they've got no run. Sunshine, they've got 4 blokes behind the ball out.
So the ball's at half-back with Ferrari. Now he drives it long. Viola one-on-one with Kavanagh. Viola did well, got a hand to it now. The ball with Olsen, did well. So it's Armstrong Weston, spun out of trouble, goes from 50 and puts it through. Great individual effort there by Harley Armstrong Weston to bring the Warriors back within 24 points. It's not 10-6-66 Hoppers Crossing. They trail Sunshine 13-12-90. We've got 16 and 3/4 minutes of the final quarter.
Yeah, full credit to Wade Skipper there. Just created a contest. They were outnumbered 2-4, but somehow they willed away, and Armstrong Weston front and centre and straightened up and kicked a well-deserved goal, but they've got to get this one out of the middle and get another quick one.
Wade Skipper's injured, no doubt about that.
Oh, there's certainly plenty of time. The stoppage gets down to Ryan, who kicks up to half forward. Poland couldn't quite take the mark. It was touched anyway, and now they rebound out of defence, the Kangaroos. Quick ball movement inside 50. Miles had front position, lost the footy, gets back onto it, collects, hand pass over the top. Worked it well for Moody, and now back to Staley. Clever little ball up towards Ferrari. Sets himself nicely. Takes a strong mark. He's got runners through midfield. Has to gather on the half volley. Did Miles. Gave it now to Muscat through the middle of the ground. They're confronted. There is Ashland Brown. Not much to go to. And yet he hoists a high ball up inside the 50. Almost bringing down the mark was Viola. He becomes tackler. And the umpire converges on it and calls for the ball. He'll throw it up.
It's probably the rare occasion that they haven't got a stoppage in their forward line. Normally the Sunshine defenders are running that ball out now.
It's now or never for Hoppers Crossing. Lockie Hutchison gathers, kicks out of the pack to space on the wing. He wants Castellano. He might keep it in front of him. Well done by Hutchison, had to go help again, and now Descent, who's been good in the second half, kicks up towards half forward. Turner's there in defence for Hoppers Crossing, helps it out. Throw it in about 70 metres out from the Kangaroos goal, who lead by 24 points. 19th minute of the final term. At the throw in, Staley grapples with Maloney. Maloney gets the crumbs, his kick was smothered. Now Castellano close to the boundary line, gets away from Olsen in the end. He might have been held on to, or did he run out of play?
Yeah, free kick, I think, going to Castellano against Olsen.
Looked like he was hung on to without the ball. So the little live wire will take it from between wing and half forward on the Morris Street side. 13-12 to 10-6. Castellano launches it up into the pocket. McInerney nudged out of it by Staley. Allowed to go. Miles gets onto it. Tackled by Three Roos. Spills it out towards the boundary line. And Langwell's more than happy to see it over. It'll be a boundary throw in 40 metres out from goal.
So 19 and a half now gone. Almost into time on final quarter. Sunshine lead by 24 points. This big throw in. McInerney with the double fister, runs towards goal. Descent runs onto it, picks up, runs in, kicks the goal. He had all that space in front of him, no one came near him. To Ben Descent, he runs in and he's got 2 for the afternoon, takes the margin back to an even 5 goals. It is 14-12, 96 to 10-6, 66. Time on goal now, 20 minutes in this final quarter.
Yeah, they booked their ticket. Well deserved, the Kangaroos. I'd now be taking Declan Maloney off, putting him in cotton wool because he's been outstanding today. They can't afford him to not miss Pep like he did 2 weeks ago.
Back in the middle, one down. Christodoulou left it behind. Staley tried to get onto it, then McInerney went in again, left it behind also. Ryan wraps up his opponent. Ball up. It's been a terrific performance today from Sunshine. Challenged early and challenged at times throughout, but they've had all the answers. It'll be the umpires again, still next to the centre circles. 30 points is the lead at the 21-minute mark.
Around the grounds, boys, Parkside 12-17-89, Tarnate 7-5-47.
Hoppers Crossing go forward. Poland was the target. He didn't get onto it. Bella Abouid collects at half back, kicks up in the Alice direction, tried to take the mark but kept it in front of him, picks it up, kicks inside the 50. Habee's the target, gets to the back. Miles takes it for Hoppers Crossing, and that sun is a bit of an issue coming out of defence for Hoppers Crossing. Brown had to shield his eyes and the runner almost got in the way, but Ferrari still took the mark. Kicks up towards the wing, and it's a free kick to Matt Smith. He was illegally disposed of by Matt Hutchison. Right in the heart of the Bayside wing here at Burbank Oval. Short ball. Now for Bentley, up against the boundary line. He kicks up inside the 50. McInerney goes up, off hands. Bella Abouid roved the pack, gave the hand pass through for Christodoulou, waited for a moment patiently, gave it back now, and that's a poor kick out of defence though. Ashland Brown takes it, he's going to play on quickly, sends a long ball to full forward. It's 2-on-1, Kangaroos with the numbers. Viola gets back, numbers though with the Kangaroos, and they work it out through Lockie Hutchison. And that's a nice ball to right half back.
There was a couple of injured boys down behind play, one each.
So Ben McEnany with the mark. It's a good kick there, finds Declan Maloney. Then he's got Descent running through the middle. Short ball to half forward. Havey takes it. Miles went a long way over the mark. Umpire said no, but Havey goes short to Castellano. Too much on the ball, spills to the back there to Langwell, runs in and misses. One behind there to Lockie Langwell, his first score of the afternoon. 31 points the margin, 23 gone final quarter.
It's just a matter of getting through 3 or 4 minutes here from the Sunshine Boys without no injuries.
Dangerous ball from Matt Ryan to centre half forward. Here's Kavanagh barging through. How fitting would it be if he would kick a goal? He gives it to Langwell.
Football.
And just as fitting that he might put the finishing touches on this performance today. Lockie Langwell has marked 35 metres out from goal. Slightly left of centre. His team leads by 31. He was tailor-made for finals, and he pumps his fists. He was brought here to do just that, and he put Sunshine 37 points clear. And it's all but over now. 24 minutes gone in the final term. Sunshine 15-13, 103. Hoppers Crossing 10-6, 66.
Yeah, well deserved Sunshine just all day. The first bounce, they had a bit of a breather in that third quarter, Pep, but yeah, they've worked for each other and their tackling's been outstanding. Right?
So from the restart, they look to go forward again, do the Kangaroos. They get a quick kick to half forward. Havey comes out to meet it. Handballs over to Matthew Hutchison. Short ball into some space to McEnany. Ben McEnany gathered on the bounce, though. Smart tries to gather. Now it's back to Hutchison. Handballs over to Allen on the wrong side.
Oh, it's party
and he puts
time.
it
That's
through.
party time.
Number 3 for Jake Allen. It's number 16 for Sunshine. 43 points the margin. 16-13, 109. Plays 10-6, 66. Sunshine booking their place to meet Deer Park in next week's grand final.
For the first time in a Division 1 grand final since...
Ronnie Rooney.
Correct. 1987. Just went and checked. Under Ronnie, they played in a second divvy grand final in 94, I think that boys told me. But Mark Rich tells me 1987 under Ronnie Rooney was the last time they were at Divi 1 grand final.
McEnany jumped early, was horizontal when he won the tab. Christodoulou gets it, was caught by Ryan. He might still break through. Ben Christodoulou, he's been epic today in the clinches. And he couldn't escape this time. The umpire will ball it up. 109 plays 66. 26 minutes gone of the final term. Out of the stoppage, Ryan's at the bottom of the pack. Descent applies the pressure. It spills out to Atkins, kicks inside 50. Havey spills it, was picked up by Miles, gives it to Muscat, back to Brown. Had nowhere to go, so he just threw it straight onto the boot, high up and under, into the middle of the ground. I think Atkins lost it in the sun, rather Hutchison, Lockie, spills out to Maloney, and now Alice. Nothing's going wrong for them at the moment. Up to half forward, a chance for the Kangaroos. Miles did well. Kitchen shrugs the tackle, gets through, might not get through the second. He did though, and then he barrels one up towards half forward. 1-on-1 contest. Armstrong Western had it thumped away from him, and it was beautifully placed for Abu Eid, who delivers up to half forward, and Miles couldn't quite take the mark. It's grub it up towards Staley, who's well set there at half-back for Hoppers Crossing. Goes in board now for Turner, who runs into trouble but gets out of it okay. Takes a bounce, gets through the defensive 50, goes for another. Through the centre circles of Burbank Oval, kicks inside the 50. Up they fly. Oh, they're just doing everything right, the Kangaroos, except that. Run down by Armstrong Western.
Snacker's got your wish, didn't you? Declan Maloney off.
Yeah.
And he kicks it into the man on the mark, Armstrong Western. And now up to Lyons, who's in a paddock on the wing. He's going to kick it long inside the 50. Instead, he lowers his eyes, looking there for Allen. Who got around Barbieri in the end. Dished the hand pass off. Here's Lyons. He's got a big kick. He sends a high ball. It didn't travel too far. And the mark's taken by Dib, who was collected by Smart, but I don't think it was any malice in that. Ryan out the far side, kicks towards half forward. Viola takes the mark.
Viola been brilliant today with 4 goals for the Warriors. He's looking for options. The wrestle goes
don't
on.
get sucked in, boys.
Ryan takes the mark inside the centre square. He goes out even wider. Staley was a little short ball. Hits the target. Armstrong Weston. Now he goes for the pass inside 50. Unable to take the mark there was Bentley. Descent gathers for the Kangaroos. Handballs back to McEnany. That's Ben. Kicks a high ball. And the Langwell. There's the siren. Sunshine win by 43 points. And they move on to face Deer Park in the Division 1 Grand Final of the Western Region Football League. A fantastic performance. They trailed during that third quarter by 12 points in the early stages, but then after half-time, after quarter time, they managed to kick 13 goals.
Going to jump in, Willow.
7.
Parney, how does that feel?
Oh, it's great, mate. Anytime you win a preliminary final, you're excited, and isn't it? It's just a wonderful place to be in, and from where we were last year to get to a grand final berth is just exceptional, and all the boys just, it's a credit to everyone involved at the club. They put us in a position to win.
They answered when they had to. Hopper certainly put it to you. They came back at you, but your boys just head down, bum up, did the job.
Yeah, like you said, meat and potatoes type of characters. We had a really good game plan, and we executed probably for the first 3 quarters, for the second, third and fourth quarters. It took us a quarter just to just get used to playing in finals conditions, and you're playing against a formidable side in Hoppers. So, we're just excited, mate. This is great opportunity to go and have a crack at a premiership now.
And for the stalwarts around the club, 1987, they tell me it was the last time in a Divi 1 Grand Final under Ronnie Rooney, so a bit of history in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not one for history books really, but I know there's a lot of old Sunshine faithful here who they'll be raring to go for next week. And Deer Park, it's going to be a big challenge, but we're up for it. I mean, if we play anything like we did today and excuse what we did last week, I think we're a chance.
Mate, enjoyed the moment.
Thanks, Tom.
Good on you, mate.
Thank you very much.
All right, Kevin Hillier out there with Brendan Hallinan, the coach of the Kangaroos, the grand final bound Kangaroos. They're going to play Deer Park next week in the Division 1 decider, and they got the job done today handsomely in the end over Hoppers Crossing by 43 points. We'll take a break on 88.9 Win FM and wrap it all up on the other side.